Greetings and welcome to another installment, Carnivores, of Carnivore Confidential. I'm Dougie the Butcher. Today I've got a special treat for you, something that's near and dear to my heart. From my childhood, my mom used to make stuffed flank steak all the time. And you can pretty much stuff a flank steak with anything you want. My mom's favorite go-to was just a simple bread stuffing, which was delicious. But she always got the butcher to cut a pocket or butterfly the flank steak open so that she had a larger square footage or larger surface area to roll and stuff. The important part that I'm going to highlight for you when we go upstairs and get this job done is that you make sure you want to cut it, you want to roll it with the grain so that when you slice it, you're actually slicing it against the grain into little pinwheels as such when we're dinner. So when we're done for dinner. So I've got, like I said, I've got a flank steak, and today I'm winging it with some spinach, sauteed onions, shiitake mushrooms, fresh rosemary, and blue cheese. I know it's going to turn some of you off, but blue cheese and beef go together like that as far as I'm concerned. So come on back for that. I think you're going to enjoy it. I'll show you how to make it, and then I'm going to stick it on the barbecue, cook it off, and we will open it up for a taste test, big reveal, and give it a taste test and see what I think of it. Anyway, thanks for coming back. All right, here we are, beautiful flank steak. I'm going to open it up butterfly style, and then we're going to pound it a little bit, and then I've got a stuffing that I'm going to put in it, and I'll share that with you. But first things first, let's glove up for safety, of course. And now, like I said, downstairs, the flank steak comes from this portion of the flank itself. It's a single muscle on either side of the carcass, and this one is really nicely cleaned up, but you can see clearly that the grain runs this way. See the grain? See how that runs this way? So what we want to do, or what I'm going to do, is this side's a little bit thinner than this side, so I'm going to start on this side with my pocket, and I'm going to open it up, keeping my knife as parallel to the cutting board as I can, and let's just gently, carefully, keeping the knife hopefully parallel so we don't cut through the other side, which sometimes happens even with folks like me that have done this a bazillion times. But ideally, like I said, what I want to do is I want to increase the surface area of this flank steak as much as I can so that I can pound it a little bit and put a stuffing down the center of it. How are we making out? Pretty good, pretty good. I don't want to go through it and create a hole, so I think I may stop there. I think I can stop there. Okay, there was a hole in it from a little muscle that was cleaned out before. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay some cellophane on top of it, and I'm going to pound it. So come on back for that. I got to go get the cellophane. All right, I never seem to be quite prepared, but be that as it may, I've got some cellophane. I want to lay this across here just to prevent it from splashing when I pound it. And I think I'm going to go 2 because it's going to be a little bit wider once I beat the heck out of it. All right, there we go. Now onward to a mallet. Okay, onward to a mallet. And we're just going to pound this out. And we can fast forward through this because it's a lot of tappity tap and a lot of repetitious stuff, but bear with me. Okay, the dual purpose of pounding it, of course, is to make it a little bigger, and in the process of making it bigger, we're also tenderizing it by hammering it. So, bear with me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Get rid of your cling wrap. Okay, so now what I've done is I've butterflied it Not sure where to put my stuff. I've butterflied it. Now, as I said, you can see the grain runs this way. What I've got a stuffing that I'm going to put inside this. It's I didn't exact measurements. I didn't bother. I just winged the recipe. Actually, I've got some shiitake mushrooms. I've got some cooking onions that I sautéed. I've got some fresh rosemary and some garlic, and blue cheese is going to go in this. And we're going to roll it all up. I'm going to roll it this way. As you can see, I'm going to roll it with the grain, right? So that when we end up cutting it, we're cutting it against the grain. And it's going to be tied up. And I've got my, yep, it's cool. I've got my mushrooms. Oh, and bacon. I forgot to tell you bacon. So I have my shiitake mushrooms. And there's one other thing I forgot. Hold, please. Like I said, I'm rarely, I should be more prepared. One other thing that I'm going to put in this that I didn't mention is some spinach. You can either wilt it first or you can put it in raw just like I'm going to, and it'll wilt up as it cooks. So what I've got in here is, as I said, shiitake mushrooms, cooking onion that I sauteed, caramelized a little bit, some fresh rosemary, and I'm going to lay this in here with some blue cheese. I know a lot of you don't like blue cheese, but as far as I'm concerned, blue cheese and beef are a match made in heaven. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to spread this out. And you don't want to, I'm going to be rolling it, as I said, this way, so you don't want to get too close to the edge with your stuffing, because it will squeeze out this side as we come to the end of it with the roll. And man, if you could smell this, holy cow, it smells good. And this, of course, you can stuff a flank steak with pretty much anything. Try goat cheese and asparagus. Try anything. I mean, this stuff. Hold, please. I got to get my blue cheese. God, I'm always so unprepared. Blue cheese. Ha. I was just going to say, how can you tell when blue cheese is off? I don't really think you can, because it smells kind of funky anyway. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to crumble this up. So you don't get large, huge pockets of blue cheese in a bite. Because, like I said, I love it, but not, and my wife does, but not everybody else does. So, and like I said, it's kind of funny. How do you tell when blue cheese is going bad? Because, I mean, technically, blue cheese is brought to the point that it's becoming moldy anyway, and the process they use is to one of the processes they use is to run copper wires through the cheese, and as you know, copper, when it rusts, it turns kind of a bluish color, hence blue cheese. And I mean, you could use provolone, or you could use any cheese, cream cheese that's got a little bit higher melt point than something like, say, a cheddar that's going to ooze out all over the place. This is looking pretty darn good. I think we'll just go with that. All right, now what I want to do is I'm going to roll it up this way. Oh, almost forgot. Spinach. I want to lay some spinach in here. The doctor says keep some greens in your diet, so this stuff looks pretty good. And it kind of turns into a bit of a Florentine almost like thing. All right, bacon, blue cheese, sauteed onions, shiitake mushrooms. Have I forgotten anything? Rolled into a flank steak, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie it off. Now, what I like to do is kind of tie it in the middle a little bit. I'm going to show you a butcher's knot. Short end in the left hand, cross over, let go, short end in the right hand. Now underneath, make a loop, put your short end through there, pull it not too tight, because I don't want this to squeeze. I don't want this to, it's going to expand when it cooks. and I don't want it to be so tight that it squeezes all of my good stuff out the ends. So here we go. I'm going to start in the middle, as I said, so that I can go to each side. And again, don't pull it too tight. And let's do another one right here. And we'll do maybe one at the end. I don't want it too tight, but maybe a little bit tighter at the end just to keep stuff in, right? Same on this side. And maybe I'm going to put a couple in the center here because this will serve as portion sizing for me in between the knots, right? So we'll go one more right here. And I think I might make a video just specifically dealing with the butcher's knot, because as many butchers as there are out there, they all have their own knots. I mean, all the knots. I mean, this is the knot that I've used for 40 plus years. They're all similar in the sense that they are slip knots, and the reason why you put a second knot on there to tie it shut is because it is essentially a slip knot, and it will slip. So the other knot locks it in place. Blue cheese. All right, folks, I am going to rub some alcohol. I'm going to rub some extra virgin olive oil on this, salt and pepper it, and then it's going to go shiitake mushroom. And then it's going to go on my grill, and I'll bring you back for the finished product for dinner. Thanks for coming out. You really got to try this. Stuff it with anything you like. Come on back. All right, welcome back, folks. As you can see, spring has turned to summer, summer has turned to fall. I got my winter wood in for the burn season upcoming. Here in Canada it gets kind of chilly. But anyway, on to tonight's thing. I've got my stuffed flank steak, as I showed you. And I've got a uber hot grill. I want to put some sear marks on it, and then we're just going to put it over here on this side, turn the heat off, put a little smoke on it, and insert my thermometer and come back when it's done. Give you a taste test. Hot. Burn the hair off my arm. Okay, so my beautiful flank steak. Uber hot. Set the timer. All right, we are almost there, folks. I've got some oranges and some fresh peaches on here that I'm just grilling for a salad accompaniment to our flank steak meal. So check back in a minute. All right, so as you can see, I've turned my outside lights on because I'm losing daylight quickly. As I said, summer turns to fall, and here goes a motorcycle. All day, every day. So as I said, summer turns to fall, and we're losing daylight quickly. I've got my my meal. Where are we at? 58 degrees. I'm looking for 63 degrees Celsius. I'm at 58 currently. Just wanted to show you, because I'm losing daylight, I thought I'd just show you where we're at with this. Internal thermometer in the center. I got my peaches and my oranges already grilled off. I got a little bit of smoke going over here to finish this off. We're at 59 degrees. All right, so let's button this up. I've taken it off the barbecue. I've got 165 degrees internal, which is a beautiful medium rare for me. As you can see, the pinwheels are beautiful with the stuffing, and the rest of it kind of looks like that. God help me. Like I said, blue cheese and beef go together like that. I apologize for this hanging in front of you, but that's it for today, folks. Stay hungry. Please come back next Thursday for another video. I upload every Thursday at 6 o'clock. And again, I'm new to this, so please subscribe and like and give me a thumbs up and share and do all that good stuff. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next week for another video. Ciao.